And he really thought
That was
out of town.
Because he's
At
never
27, but they knew, but 27, he was excited. And but I didn't even know, I didn't burst his bubble, I don't, you know. But just the fact of, they just used to being
In the hood.
in this box.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that it's an entire world,
Outside of
it's
the
an
box.
entire city.
Yeah.
So you just think about traveling the world. We gotta get them out the neighborhood.
Right.
They have no hope because that's all they see is what I see every day. And their mentality is, I don't even know to even think to go downtown or to think to go horseback riding or to think to go cycling or think to play tennis or think all I know is basketball. Or just
Or football.
football. This is just
Rapping, right.
my environment.
Tattoos
I ask
everywhere.
the kids, you know, what do you want to do? You know, before I let them ask the question, don't say anything about sports.
Right, right.
That's the first thing they say. I want to play, I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a football player. And then I ask them, I say, do you know the odds of you making it to the NBA or to the NFL? You don't know many people in this world. And I say, I'm not bursting your bubble. I say, you can achieve that because people have. Because obviously you have professional baseball players, professional sports athletes. I say, but you have to think about, you have to have a plan B. You have to have realistic goals. I say, because we have athletes who, their entire career, they focus just on sports. And the last day of their last game before they become professional, they injure themselves and they blow their entire career. Then they have nothing to fall back
Nothing to
on.
fall back on.
Because no one has told them, you know, always have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D. Just think it. They don't understand that they have options.
And that's one of the things that we are here for tonight.
I tried to talk, I have a 21-year-old brother.
Yes.
I want to be a rapper. I want to be like Young John. I want to be a rapper. I said, okay, so you going to college? No. His mentality is rapper. He quit college. You need college. Who's going to manage you? Well, you don't know what the contracts say. You need to know what is going on.
Right.
So you go to college. No, I'm sick of school. I'm sick of 12 years was enough. Seriously? So you think I'm riding him because he's saying what you're saying. You want to go place. You want to be like R. Kelly. You don't understand. R. Kelly was selling stuff out of his car. He's working at Foot Locker. He had to eat.
Right.
But so a man that don't eat. You see what I'm saying? He's sitting up here like, oh, I'm going to be a rapper. I know how to rap. But you're starving.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know how to get these young children to listen because our parents said the same thing to us.
Yep.
We had nowhere to go, you know. My mother pushed us, but now that he's so young, I'm 35, he's 21. It's a big age difference. So it's like they don't listen. So how do you tell a child it's more than what's on 95th and Jeffries? If all they're looking to stay here, how do you make them venture off if their mind is one track? Because it just really seems like these young children, they want what they want, but they don't want it. They want it easy. They want that flash money.
And I think
College, they don't believe college should get it for them. College is too slow.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we want to talk about tonight. With on the table, you know, is looking at Ryan. Before we go on, can you just read what the purpose is for? Were there any other comments before?
Could I just throw one in with the college part too? I'm a strong believer in education and trade, truly am. But I do realize that this group who don't listen is still a little smarter than we are when it comes to the picket fence,
Right.
where we kind of got stuck on the picket fence. You got college costs so much. It's almost starting to turn into a rich man thing again.
Right.
And that bothers me more than anything. College is not for everybody, but trade is for everybody
Yes,
too. You know,
yes,
somebody could
yes.
pick a trade up. So I'm thinking just the other options is something to think of because people, I graduated out of college, but be honest, it's a lot of people graduated sitting right there at McDonald's.
Yes.
That would not motivate me to go back to college if I know you got a master's degree and we over here fighting over the burger right now.
Right.
Who's going to be the supervisor? So just to throw that in. Right.
Yeah, and I think I think that that is a valid point to bring to the table tonight. that what we want our young people to do is to really stretch themselves and get used to stretching themselves so that they can take advantage of opportunities.
Right, right.
But let's talk about the purpose of the night.
Okay, so, here it gives, conversation prompts and helpful questions.
What is the office, just read what the mission, what we're trying to accomplish,
Okay.
why on the table was set up. It should be on the first page.
Okay, so, inside each of us is an inherent drive to make an impact and leave a legacy. Everyday people like you across the region act on that desire to simply make good happen. That is the essence of philanthropy. For 100 years, the Chicago Community Trust has been inspired by your commitments to strengthen our communities and help others. Philanthropy isn't just million-dollar donations. It's also bake sales, clothing drives, and soup kitchens. The spirit of philanthropy is found inside the dedicated volunteer, devoted mentor, and the compassionate person who looks in on a neighbor. Our centennial is not designed to simply be a celebration of a milestone, but instead a moment of meaningful reflection on how we as a community show up for one another. As individuals and institutions, make commitments and act on them to improve the quality of life for all. Our goal is ambitious, but we want to start a movement that reimagines philanthropy and makes our region the most generous and compassionate in the nation. From May 2015 to May 2016, we want to amplify and share your stories of commitment and generosity, inspiring others to channel their inner philanthropists and do more. More giving, more volunteerism, and more sharing. On the Table 2015 is just the beginning. This host toolkit includes tips and advice.
We don't want to go into that.
Okay.
Go with it.
Yeah, and then we have prompt questions, but I kind of, before we got into that, we're going to eat, but we have questions that we're going to ask, and then I guess that's how we'll start the conversations. So.
And we are going to commit, what we're doing tonight is, we're not just going to talk about issues, because we know the issues, but each one of us is saying, what can we do? You know, we're going to have drinks, we're going to converse, we're going to share, and then we're going to walk away saying, this is what I'm committed to doing. You know, it could be as simple as whatever. It could be as big as whatever. So, without further ado, you guys I'm going to go and get the rest of the food, and